Every once in a while, you guys ask us which insurance one should have in Germany. Generally speaking, it depends. As you can imagine, there are a couple of insurances that are a pretty good idea to have. Others are just pretty unnecessary. The ones I would consider must-have insurances are health insurance, either public or private, disability insurance that pays if you cannot work anymore, and the private liability insurance that pays for any third-party damages. While health insurance and disability insurance are difficult topics, liability insurance is actually easy. So easy, in fact, that you can calculate the best Haftpflichtversicherung for your personal situation yourself. And I'll show you how in this week's video. What's up everyone? My name is Axel and I welcome you to a new insurance video from PerFinEx, the #1 English-speaking and independent financial planner in Germany. One of the most important insurances in Germany is the private liability insurance. Why is that? Because German law requires you to pay for any third-party damages that you caused. And that can get pretty expensive pretty quickly. Since liability insurance is not mandatory, like health insurance is, some people just take the risk and don't get this insurance that I find so important. A recent survey from February this year revealed that 20% of adults in Germany have no liability insurance at all. That's pretty stupid from their side, because it's a surprisingly cheap insurance. I mean, think about it. You work hard, earn good money, save it because you want to buy a house for your family or something, and then one moment not paying attention, one small mistake. You help your friends move and drop their TV. Hundreds of euros damage. You lose the keys to your flat and the whole locks of your entire house have to be replaced. Tens of thousands of euros of damage. You cause an accident and somebody is bound to a wheelchair for the rest of his life because of you. Millions of euros damage. No matter how hard you worked to save money your entire life, you probably cannot pay millions to support other people's life, can you? And even if you could, you don't want to do it, do you? You save all that money to support your life, not other people's life. So get a private liability insurance that will cost you only a couple of euros per month and have peace of mind that if hits the fan, your liability insurance will pay for it. And since many of you are asking all the time if I have an insurance or an investment because that is apparently important for your decision making for whatever reason that I cannot understand, yes, PerFinEx GmbH has a business liability insurance that covers me as managing director as well. That's the best for my personal situation. And how do you find a liability insurance that is best for you? Here's how. Follow me to our best liability insurance calculator on our website perfinex.de. Links in the description. I know it's in German, we didn't build the calculator ourselves. It's just an API. But the more people that use our calculators and demand the English language, the faster we'll get it, and then we can all be happy. Until then, let me walk you through the calculator so you can follow along despite the language barrier. First, you want to select who shall be insured. Is it just you? Is it you and your partner? Then you only need one liability insurance for that couple. And do you have kids that need to be insured as well? Because, yes, children in Germany are also liable for any third-party damages that they cause. And because they are not adults and cannot be held accountable, you as the parent are responsible for them and for their damage being paid. So make sure to select the right circle of insured people here. After that is your age. Why is that important? Some insurances give you a discount if you are younger than a certain age. So maybe you can save a couple of euros here. Deckungssumme is the maximum amount the insurance will pay per damage. Here you can kind of see the star level that I'm talking about in most of the insurance videos. 3 million would be 1-star coverage, 5 million 2-star coverage, and so on. My personal take on this is that you should go for at least 3-star coverage, especially if the difference between a 1-star and a 5-star liability insurance will be 2 euros a month. Do you know where the myth comes from that insurances never pay anyway? is from people getting the cheapest one-star insurance out there, expecting that it will pay for everything like a 5-star insurance. Not gonna happen. So go at least for 10 million coverage. Let's go to 50 million coverage, just for the case of this example. If you think that this insurance will get extremely expensive now because we selected 50 million coverage, you can get it cheaper with a deductible of up to 500 euros. Deductible is what you have to pay yourself first before the insurance starts covering. So very similar to the deductible in the private health insurance, with one major difference. Deductible in health insurance is per year. Deductible for this liability insurance is per damage. Let's select 150 euro, which is kind of standard. You can also select 0 euro. I don't think it's worth to go for up to 500 euros. But you can play around with the numbers and see for yourself. Very important, click on Weitere Filter, because we want to define our liability insurance a little more with important details. Your postal code is not so important. Might only make a little difference in premium maybe. Special group of people, besondere Zielgruppe, can make a significant difference. Öffentlicher Dienst or Beamte, civil servants, policemen, etc. might get a discount. And second checkmark is all kinds of voluntary work that one can do, which is not covered in all types of liability insurance. So it is important to select it here if you would like to have coverage for that. Next is all kinds of special coverage that you can select. The first checkmark is very important already. Remember that you are required by law to pay for all third-party damages. Well, that works in both ways. If someone damages you or your property, they have to pay for that as well. Remember also the survey from the beginning that 20% of adults in Germany have no liability insurance. If someone involves you in an accident and you cannot work for a year, you should have a disability insurance for that anyway, which is another must-have insurance. But let's say you don't have it. That's tens of thousands of euros damage just for the loss of your income, which the other person has to pay for that caused the damage, right? Yes, but if they have no liability insurance and they have no money, what you gonna do? Sue them? For what? If they don't have anything, it's not even worth suing them. What are you expecting from somebody that doesn't have anything? Ausfalldeckung is your solution to that. If the other person cannot pay, your liability insurance will pay for your own damage. So we definitely want to select that. Bestleistungsgarantie can be nice as well. It means that if there is any liability insurance that will pay for whatever damage, your liability insurance will also guarantee to pay for that damage. Let's select it because why the f not? Next is loss of keys. Either your private keys or the keys you got from your employer. Among our clients, that happens every once in a while that they lose their keys and every lock in the entire house has to be replaced. The highest invoice I have seen so far was 125,000 euros. That is a lot of money to pay if you don't have a liability insurance. Mietsachschäden can be important for you as well in case you are renting, especially if you rent a furnished apartment. Sometimes you guys even tell us that landlords require you to have a liability insurance that includes damages for rented property. Leihsachen is borrowed stuff. The issue is that most insurance companies see borrowed stuff as your own property. And remember, liability insurance will pay only for third-party damages, not for your own damages. For that, you need a household item insurance. Calculator for that insurance is also linked in the description. Let us know if you want to see a video about that insurance or other insurance calculators as well. Allmählichkeitsschäden are damages that happen slowly over a long period of time. Let's say you drill a hole in the wall and don't notice that you damaged the water pipe just a tiny little bit. Over the weeks and months, water starts leaking into the walls that you only notice once there's mold everywhere and the wooden floor gets all wavy. If you include Allmählichkeitsschäden, your liability insurance will pay for that. Gefälligkeit is a friendly service that you do. You help your friend move into a new apartment, help your neighbor with something, whatever. Let's include that one too. Internet damages are everything related to data. viruses, copyright infringement. Let's say you download something from the internet to a USB stick that you give to a friend of yours. Turns out, the file you downloaded is a virus that kills the computer of your friend. Your liability insurance will pay for that. And lastly, if you have an oil tank in your home, definitely select Öltank. If oil starts leaking out into the groundwater, you will be financially ruined. Let me tell you that. Last but not least, let us select some hobbies of yours. We include a drone that you might have. Much better to include this one in your private liability insurance than to get a separate drone insurance. Click Compare, Anbieter vergleichen, and tada! As of making this video, the number one liability insurance will cost us €30.19 per year. Not per month, per year. Not quite sure how they do it, because it's not even half what the second option costs. But okay, what's included in that? Click on Product Details to find out. 50 million euros coverage for damages to things and assets. 15 million coverage for personal damages. You can cancel it every month and are not bound to this insurance for multiple years. Pretty nice as well. Loss of keys, either private or job keys, is also covered up to 500,000 and drones up to 5 kilograms. If there are ever any questions about the exact coverage of the liability insurance, you can always click on the little question mark to get a tooltip. And if you want to get that insurance, just click on Zum Anbieter. And if there are any questions left about the calculator or about private liability insurances in general, please let us know in the comments. And remember to thank us if you cause a damage and save millions of euros thanks to an insurance that cost you €2 and change per month.